Hello, everybody. Welcome to Storytime today. Archie and I are here and ready for another fun-filled day of stories. So, Archie, do you know what our stories are going to be about today? You're telling me it has something to do with a meow sound? What goes meow, I wonder? You said I should know. Well, I think I might, but I don't know. Let's give the kids at home a chance to guess. Said it's about cats. Ooh, cats today. That should be fun. Archie, no, the cats aren't going to eat you. Okay, well, at any rate, though, we do have some fun stories here for you, but let's go on ahead and get started with our opening song, shall we? So, our opening song today is going to be The More We Get Together. All right. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Woo! Good job, everyone. That was awesome. Okay, so, Archie, do you have a hint for our first story today? You said it takes place in a library. Ooh, that sounds fun. I'm a big fan of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first story today. And this one is called Clarence the Copycat. Story by Patricia Lakin. Pictures by John Manders. Clarence's mother and father were the best mousers Sam's sandwich shop had ever had. They spent all their time catching mice. Clarence did not. He was a peaceful cat. He couldn't bear to harm another living creature, even one that ate the deli meats and scared the customers. Mouse! Ah! His family tried to change him, but they couldn't. So Sam sent him away. Oh, poor kitty. Alone in the world, Clarence stuck to his principles. He would not hurt mice. But everywhere he went, people wanted him to do just that. Scram, you know, mouser, yelled Gladys of Forever Flowers. Scat, cat, shouted Annie of the Quality Diner. Ouch, you lazy bum, bellowed Tom of the old general store. Meow. Aw, poor kitty. Will I ever find a real home? Clarence wondered sadly. He searched up one street and down another. He sniffed around parking lots and padded along pathways, but he had no luck. Exhausted, he collapsed in a small spot of shade. Meow. A man stood in a nearby doorway. And whose cat are you? He asked. My own, Clarence meowed softly. A stray by the looks of you, the man said. He brushed cracker crumbs from his bushy mustache. Do I need a cat? He wondered. I don't know. Does he need one? Clarence followed the man into a strange place. Hundreds of books lined the walls of a big room. There were tables and chairs in the middle of the floor, and fluffy cushions lay in a sun-filled window seat. A big machine whirred, lit up, and spat out paper. I wonder where he is. Welcome to the Barnstable Library, said the man. I'm Mr. Spanner. He unwrapped a wedge of cheese and gave it to Clarence. Clarence purred a deep, satisfied purr. This place had warm spots for snoozing and many mountains to climb, But best of all, there were no signs of mice. They were just friendly people who sat and read books or carried them in and out of the library. Clarence watched them come and go each day as he sat near the door on top of the copy machine. Soon, Mr. Spanner started calling Clarence Copycat. Aw, he's the copycat. The two of them grew to depend upon each other. Clarence helped Mr. Spanner find misplaced books and pencils. He kept Mr. Spanner company when he had to work late. And Clarence was the most attentive listener during story time. In return, Mr. Spanner kept Clarence well-read, well-fed, and well-petted. Life was good. Life was very good. Aw, well, that's really helpful. Until the first bitter, cold day of winter. Clarence smelled him. Then he saw him. A mouse darted from under the copy machine. Mr. Spanner saw him too. "Get that mouse!" Mr. Spanner called to Clarence. Clarence's heart sank. He didn't know what to do. "Come on, copycat!" cried Mr. Spanner. Clarence didn't move. He saw Mr. Spanner whirling and twirling, creeping and crawling all over the library, trying to catch that mouse. "He's gone," Mr. Spanner finally panted. "Thank goodness," thought Clarence. That night, Clarence's past lives flashed before his eyes. "Ouch, you lazy bum! Scram, you know, mouser! And scat, cat!" echoed in his ears. This time, I can't let myself be kicked out, he decided. He paced the library floor, trying to think of a plan. As he rounded the corner of Mr. Spanner's desk, he noticed that the cheese container wasn't covered. "Of course," Clarence meowed triumphantly. The mouse had been after the cheese. So Clarence bounded onto the desk and ate every last cube and crumb. "Oh, this is a tasty idea." But the next afternoon, the mouse showed up for story time. The children squealed. "Get that mouse!" Mr. Spanner cried. But Clarence didn't move from his cushion. He watched Mr. Spanner and the children whirling and twirling, creeping and crawling around the library trying to catch that mouse. "He's gone," Mr. Spanner finally gasped. Then he wagged his finger at Clarence. "Mice like to eat books, you know." That night, Clarence couldn't sleep. He had to save the library books and his home. He paced the floor, trying to think of another plan. He was near the copy machine when he saw a tiny hole. "That's it," thought Clarence. "I'll block up every cranny and crack. No mouse will ever be able to crawl in here again." Early the next morning, Mr. Spanner opened the library. "How did these books get everywhere except where they belong?" he muttered. He looked at Clarence, who was perched high above the mystery section. Clarence couldn't explain, and he couldn't stop Mr. Spanner from removing all his book blockades. Aww. Well, he tried. Later that day, Mr. Spanner had just lifted the lid of the copy machine when he began to shout, "He's back! Copycat, get him!" The mouse darted behind the library cart. Clarence didn't move. Books flew as Mr. Spanner grabbed the broom. Mr. Spanner twirled. Papers swirled. Mr. Spanner crept and began to lower the broom. "Stop!" Clarence yowled, and without a plan, he jumped and soared through the air. Mr. Spanner whirled across the room. Wham! They collided. Uh-oh. Splunk! Clarence landed with a big fat belly flop right on the copy machine glass. He tried to get up, but suddenly the lights began flashing. Zoom, zoom. Clarence was blinded by them. They went back and forth beneath him. Paper flew out of the machine. 1 sheet, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gone, yelled Mr. Spanner. He picked up Clarence. I'm going, Clarence wailed. Mr. Spanner put him on the floor. He gave Clarence's head a pat. Clarence looked up. Mr. Spanner wasn't mad. Clarence wasn't being kicked out. What happened? But what had happened to the mouse? Clarence peeked under the copy machine. He jumped when he saw it staring back at him. It wasn't a mouse. It was a huge black cat with bulging legs, an enormous tummy, and whiskers that stuck out like arrows. It was Clarence. Well, not really Clarence. It was a large copy of Clarence, and it was the scariest cat Clarence had ever seen. It must have been the scariest cat the mouse had ever seen, too, because that mouse didn't come back. Ever. I don't know, he more just looks a little silly, but... Many Saturdays later, after another wonderful story time, Clarence and Mr. Spanner sat nestled together on the window seat. They soaked up the last rays of sunlight as they ate their cheese and crackers. I knew I needed a cat like you, said Mr. Spanner. And Clarence the copycat knew it too. And that is the end. Woo! All right. And so Archie's going to help me out, taking that one over. Okay. And you say you would have been able to catch mice a lot better? Well, I mean, that's why we have you around then, I guess. So thank you so much, Archie. But are you ready for another story? Okay, it seems that Archie's ready to go. So let's go in and try our next one. You said it takes place in the winter too? Ooh, that sounds fun. And our next story is called Cleo in the Snow. And this one is by Stella Blackstone and Carolyn Mockford. Cleo in the snow, huh? I don't know. It's probably going to be a while till we have any snow, but... Cleo wakes. Cleo winks. Cleo yawns. Cleo blinks. Cleo goes outside. Cleo stops to stare. Meow. The garden is all white and cold, with snowflakes everywhere. Whoa. Look at that. Cleo sniffs. Cleo swipes. Casper sniffs. Casper bites. Woof. Casper, let's go for a ride. What? That looks like fun. We've got a sled. Ooh. I wonder if any of you have ever gone down a sled before. Come and sit with me. Roof. Aw, well, that looks good. Casper swiftly slides downhill. Whee! Cleo watches warily. Meow. I don't know if Cleo's sure about that. Come on, Cleo, it's your turn. Meow. Like, Cleo's turn? Uh-oh. Cleo has a ride. Whee! Meow. Oh, help! Oh, no! We're gonna crash! Let's just stay inside. Oh, well, that looks warm and cozy. Yeah, we've got Cleo, Casper, and their friend there. And that is the end. Yay! Another fun-filled snow day. All right. So, you like the snow, huh? Yeah. See, Archie here is a snow owl. They tend to live in the winter where it's all nice and cold and everything is all white and snowy. Archie is very excited for winter. Archie, it's going to be a while now. You're going to have to wait. You don't want to wait? Okay, well, I think you're going to have to anyway, but let's go ahead and get to our next story here. And this one is called Kitten's First Full Moon by Kevin Henkes. Oh, wow, that is a nice, pretty moon. It was Kitten's first full moon. When she saw it, she thought, there's a little bowl of milk in the sky, and she wanted it. So she closed her eyes, stretched her neck, and opened her mouth and licked. Nope. But Kitten only ended up with a bug on her tongue. Poor Kitten. Aww. Still, there was the little bowl of milk, just waiting. Meow. So she pulled herself together and wiggled her bottom and sprang from the top step of the porch. But Kitten only tumbled, bumping her nose and banging her ear and pinching her tail. Poor Kitten. Aww. Well, that's not great. Still, there was the little bowl of milk, just waiting. I think she's doing the thing where she pretends that that's what she wanted to do all along. So she chased it down the sidewalk, through the garden, past the field, and by the pond. But Kitten never seemed to get closer. Poor Kitten. Meow. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Still, there was the little bowl of milk, just waiting. How is the kitten going to get the milk now? So she ran to the tallest tree she could find, and she climbed and climbed to the very top. But Kitten still couldn't reach the bowl of milk, and now she was scared. Poor Kitten, what could she do? Oh, poor thing. Then, in the pond, Kitten saw another bowl of milk, and it was bigger. What a night! Oh, that's awesome. I wonder what's going to happen when she goes for that one. So she raced down the tree and raced through the grass and raced to the edge of the pond, and she leaped with all her might. Aw, poor kitten. She was wet and sad and tired and hungry. So I guess it wasn't milk after all, huh? So she went back home. And there was a great big bowl of milk on the porch. Yay! Just waiting for her. Nope, 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 nope. Lucky kitten. And that is the end. Aw, yay, she got it in the end. So, very nice. All right. So, Archie's going to help me take this one back as well. Okay. So, Archie, you said we have one more story, right? Mm-hmm. And what's our story about? You said it's about running. In a jungle? You said you're a little scared? Okay, well, I guess we better see what's going on here. That's definitely a different sort of story, though. But, all right, what's our last one today? And this one is called It's a Tiger by David LaRochelle, illustrated by Jeremy Tankard. Well, are you ready for a story? Me too. We'll start in the jungle, where the tall trees grow and the monkeys swing from vine to vine. Whee! Whee! And, wait a minute, that's not a monkey. That looks like... what's that? A tiger! Run! Uh-oh. Run! Push aside these vines! We'll hide inside this cave. All right, duck your head. Watch out for the bats. Okay, wait. I don't know about you, but those shadows are making me nervous. In fact, one of those shadows looks like... a tiger! Roar! How did he get here? Hurry, climb that ladder and we'll make our escape. Do. Oh, sunshine. Doesn't that feel good? Uh-oh. Snakes. Hundreds of them. If we're very quiet, shh, we can tiptoe past. Blue snakes, green snakes, even a great big fuzzy snake that looks just like... Uh-oh. A tiger! Run! Uh-oh. Yikes! He's gaining on us! Our only chance is to leap for that rope and swing across this canyon. Now let's go! Woo! Woof. Oh, we made it. Good thing we landed someplace soft. A bed of flowers, a pile of leaves, a giant orange and black pillow. No, we landed on top of... I wonder at this point. A tiger! Now we're really in trouble! I think you heard him a little bit. Poor tiger. Quick, climb this rock and slide down the hill. Yes, it's a boat. Hop on deck and raise the anchor. Full steam ahead, Captain. Safe at last. Say, I've never seen a sea captain with a tail before. Have you? You don't think it could be... Uh-oh. A tiger! Not again! Roar, matey. Jump overboard or we'll end up as lunch. Swim, splish, 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 splish. I know you're tired, but don't slow down. We're in luck. There's an island and a chest. Ooh. Open the lid, and I bet we'll find... treasure, right? A tiger! And he wants to eat us! Roar! Uh-oh. Wait a minute. He doesn't want to eat us. He was only yawning. If we scratch his ears and rub his belly, maybe he'll go to sleep. Better yet, let's tell him a story. Yeah, that should be good. We'll start in the jungle, where the tall trees grow and the monkeys swing from vine to vine. Whee! Whee! Wait a minute. That's not a monkey. That looks like... Uh-oh. A crocodile! Run! And that is the end. Woo! All right. So, Archie, I'm going to go on ahead and take that one right on over. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us all today, everybody. And let's go on ahead and sing our closing song, shall we? Yeah. So this is the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Go on and follow along at home as best you can. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Good job, everyone. That was amazing. Yeah. Okay, so from me and Archie, we're going to... What's wrong, Archie? You say to look over the... Ah, it's a tiger! Run! We'll see you next week, kids!